Alright, I'll start out this video with an update on the snow white albinos. I've decided to move on from the original two pair from Indonesia, and these are the breeders I picked out to go on with the next generation of line 1 actually. Line 2 I didn't pick out the breeders yet. I'm going to do that next. Trying to get this guy to turn around. He's the best of the males, I think. He's not turning around. There's one of the females. Nice color, good sized body, kind of chunky, and this male is still not turning around. This male might get cold because there's a yellow stripe in the middle. Not quite sure on that, but this male is definitely a keeper. Beautiful male. There's no issues whatsoever. The fins are shaped perfectly. Tail size and body, everything's good on this. It's kind of exactly what I want. So at some point he could end up being the only male in the tank with the females. So that's a younger male I'm monitoring to see if any yellow develops. But very happy with this line. I mean, they're beautiful fish, and they breed true. The only issues I've had is like this little bit of yellow. But the issue with this fish, though, is the fins are perfect and nice sized body. So it's kind of hit or miss. So I may wait and see what kind of drop I get with the fry. If they start to develop yellow, then I'll know to pull this male. But for the most part, very happy with these. And I have one more tank I selected as a backup to use as breeders. So I'll show them next. Right, and this is the other tank of breeders I've picked out for the next generation of the snow white albinos. I might sell one more trio out of between the two tanks. I haven't decided yet. But beautiful fish, like I said, with the other tank. And females are nice and chunky. They have good color on them. And this one's obviously going to have some fry soon. I've already gotten a drop out of these. I think, see if I can catch the baby up at the top. There he is. A couple of them over there. But things are going great with these. Very happy. I'm going to keep the original two pair that I got from Indonesia. But if they have fry, I'll grow them out separately, obviously, and decide what to do. Because sometimes when you keep breeders for too long, like more than about 4 drops, 5 drops, you can start seeing a drop off in quality. So this fish is great. This male is beautiful. I was kind of hoping he'd turn to the side so you can see. Very nice. No issues whatsoever. And I'll continue on the video with some other stuff. I'll start this video out with the crazy axolotls. These are well, I call them pink ones. They're called Leucistic, and I have no idea how to spell that. But this is the male. He's staring at me and not doing much. But there is some live baby brine shrimp, sea monkeys, adults at the bottom. Apparently he's just going to stare at, I guess stare the shrimp to death, and then I'll walk over and eat them. And this is the female, and she's trying to say hello, I think. And she also has some live baby brine shrimp swimming around her fingers or claws or whatever. And the reason I'm starting a video with them, besides they're kind of cute, is they laid eggs. And this is the beginning of what happens. There's quite a large amount of eggs. So what I'm going to try to do is start up another video and go day by day on what happens with these eggs. I'll try to zoom in on some of them. See if I can get some with the light behind them. There we go. The reason for that is, if I get this to focus on the eggs, it's like a gelatinous ball with an egg inside it. Pretty weird. And over the next few days, I think it takes about 9 days. I could be wrong. Might be more. Let me see if I can stabilize my hand here. The eggs will change into a dash, kind of. And basically it's the larva. They develop inside the egg, inside the case, and then at one point in probably about close to 2 weeks from now, there will be a miniature sized one of these in there, assuming the eggs are fertile and they're going to hatch. This is obviously the female. She's kind of chunky still, so she may lay some more eggs. These are about full grown. They're almost a foot long now. These have blue gills with the red frilly stuff. And this guy is still staring at me. I think when they flash the gills, that means hello. But, so they're about to be parents again, because I've already kept about 5 of them that I raised up from the last ones. And, well, they could end up biting each other in the face over a live sea monkey. They do some really weird stuff. And not sure who's going to win. My money would be on the female. And so anyway, so I'll try to document the egg going from day by day into a mini axolotl. So I'll just do that as a separate video. And these knuckleheads, I don't know what the heck they're doing, but I'll move on with some guppies. Okay, these are the half-black blue purples. They're supposed to be half-black blues, but they kind of look blue purplish. Try to zoom in so you can see what I mean. What I've been getting is like a lighter colored dorsal versus a darker tail. They're supposed to match. For like an IFGA show, when you have entries, the color is determined by the tail or the body. These would be half black, supposedly blue, but they would get DQ'd because they kind of look purple. And if I put them in as purple, they probably wouldn't look purple. But what you want is you want the dorsal and the tail to match, because you get points for that. And anyway, these are super nice fish. I'll probably put some on Aquabid for $25 a trio. If you're interested, you can check that out, or you could email me. These are about 5 months old to 6 months old. Females are hit by these males. I culled out any weird looking males earlier, and these are nice fish. They get pretty large, and the males always go after the females like crazy, which is pretty much the case with every guppy, I guess, but these especially. And like I've said in many videos, they have the half-black body coloration extends up to the pec fins, which are also black, but it's not a Dumbo big ear because it's just a regular size pec fin, and it just happens to be black. And so don't fall for scams online with people selling Dumbos that aren't Dumbos. The Dumbo ear thing itself is supposed to be about almost double the size of a normal pec fin. So like I said, these are very pretty fish. They get large. The only drawback is I don't think you could, you'd have to do a lot of work to selectively breed to get the dorsal and tail to match if you wanted to show them. But for nice fish in your tank, these fit the bill. So I'll move on with something else and be right back. So these are the new line of half-black blues that I got from Dave Palunas, who's in the South Jersey Guppy group. And this is what a half-black blue is supposed to look like, the male. It's got a half-black body, blue tail, large blue tail, large body, and a long blue dorsal. So that's what they're supposed to look like. and that's what I'll be moving on to. I've gotten fry from them a couple times, but they managed to eat the fry before I got them out. So one of the other females is in one of the 1 gallon containers that I use. She looked close to dropping fry, so I have her in there with water Sprite at the top and Java moss at the bottom. It's been in there a couple days. I haven't gotten any fry yet, but they're coming. I mean, I had one, and she hasn't had any more, but she's really gigantic, even fatter and wider than these females. So anyway, that's what the half black blues look like, the new line, and I'll move on and show something else.